Welcome to part 2 of rate of change and slope. Today we're going to be talking about slope, and instead of working with rise over run, we're actually going to calculate slope using the ordered pairs that can be found on that proportional line. So when a rate of change of a relationship is constant, any segment of its graph has the same steepness. The constant rate of change is called the slope of the line. So what we were doing before when we were finding the rate of change, we were taking our difference of our y's over our difference in our x's is the same as finding the slope. So here's the formula for finding the slope. Is the ratio of the change in y values for the segment of the graph to the corresponding change in x values. So it's the change in y over the change in x. And it has y2 and y1. So both of these have y values. So this would be x1, y1. And then this one could be x2, y2. And so it's the change in the y's over the change in our x. The most important thing to do when we're working with these is to make sure that we keep the order the same. So if I use this as my y2 and this is my y1, I lead with the second one. I need to lead with the second x as well. That order is going to be super important. All right, so we're going to find slope of this line. And it says choose any 2 points on the line. And so they chose this point at negative 6, 4, and this point at negative 3, 2. And so this is going to be my x1 and my y1. This is going to be my x2 and my y2. And we're going to find the change in those values. So we're going to take 4 minus 2. So we're going to take our 4 minus 2 over our x values, difference of our x values. We're going to take negative 6 minus negative 3, negative 6 minus negative 3. So our 4 minus 2, that one's easy, that's 2. And negative 6 minus negative 3, I have subtraction with a negative. So I'm going to change it to add the opposite. So we're going to keep the first, change to add, change negative 3 to positive 3. Now I have negative 6 plus positive 3. Find the difference. There's 3. There are more negatives than positives, so it's going to be a negative 3. So that means that my slope is going to be negative 2/3. Okay. Let's go ahead and try it on this one. The graph shows the rate at which water is leaking from a tank. The slope of the line gives the leaking rate in gallons per minute. Find the slope of the line. Well, the first thing we need to do is find the 2 points. So this one here is at 4, 3, and this one is at 8, 6. And we need to find our rise over our run. So our rise are our y values. So 6 minus 3. And 6 minus 3 is 3. Our run is 8 minus 4, which is 4. It's rise over run, so it's rise over run. I like to do it this way better, where I have my change in y over my change in x. I prefer doing it like this than to this. If you have any questions, please make sure you check in with your teacher.